is for aspirants who are interested in God-realisation. And on the journey to God-realisation, we take you through a course in self-realisation. We take you through a crash course in self-realisation. So some of you don't see, have the will to crashing along the way, but in your we fill this of you in this hall distress in this world. The attraction and the repulsion has been deliberately computed into this atmosphere, which is your mind really on the instructions of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So this is who we are, and this is our purpose, and our topic for discussion tonight will be that in this universe, and especially on this planet Earth, there is only one system designed for spiritualization. And that system is called Sanatan Dharma. In this universe, and specifically on this planet Earth, there is only one set of scriptures that can be called scriptures. And that set of scriptures is called the Vedas. These scriptures include the four Vedas, namely the Rig Veda, the Yajur Veda, the Sama Veda, and the Atharva Veda. Contained within the last portion and embedded therein are a set of questions and answers that's called the Upanishads. And supplementing these Upanishads, there are 18 Puranas. To understand Vedic knowledge in a story form, we have the Itihasas, the Ramayan and the Mahabharat. These are authentic, original, words spoken by the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Lord Sriman Narayan, collated and synthesized through a partial incarnation of Lord Sriman Narayan called Vedas. And this information is originally revealed through Lord Brahma at the point of every creation. There is only one creation. There is only this one creation at this one time, together with this universe, simultaneously existing millions of other universes. Within this creation, there is only one creator, Lord Srimad Narayan. Narayan means, from Sanskrit to English, the source and goal of all living entities. And Vedas mean, from Sanskrit to English, knowledge. So there's one creator and one set of knowledge. The original Supreme Personality of Godhead is Lord Srimad Narayan. And his spoken word are the Vedas. Within one creation and one set of scriptures cannot exist superficially any other creation or any other set of scriptures. So, this spiritual system, which has been tried and tested since time immemorial, is called Sanatan Dharma. Many people use the word dharma to understand it as religion. However, dharma in its sense, together with Sanatan, means duty. So Sanatan means eternal. Eternal means always existing. And eternal duty will mean eternal duty of the spirit soul. And the eternal duty of the spirit soul is to serve the Supreme Soul. The eternal duty of the spirit soul is to serve the Supreme Soul. So if we trace backwards from the Semitic religions, you'll find the Quran in the Bible. And you'll find the Bible in the Torah. And you'll find the Torah in Buddhism. And you'll find a part of Buddhism in Zoroastrianism. And you'll find the Zoroastrianism teachings in the Parsis. And you'll find all the Parsis teaching in the Vedas. So if you trace from Islam, go back to Christianity, go back through Judaism, go back to Zoroastrianism, through the Parsis, you'll land at your starting point, which is the Vedas. If you take water and you boil it, it will change its composition into steam. Then you take the same water and you freeze it. It will change its composition to ice. And if you just leave that water in the atmosphere, it will become mist. So water, which is original in its form, after modification, it changes into various forms. And after condensation, it comes back to its original form called water. So similarly, you may be practicing and living in any of these religions. Your final destination will always be Sanatan Dharma. And Sanatan Dharma is not Hinduism. Sanatan Dharma is not Hinduism. In the Vedas, all instructions is for all of mankind. In the Vedas, all the instructions is for all of mankind. The Vedas does not have an angry God that if you do not follow me, I'll whack the living daylights out of you. The Vedas don't have a jealous God. The Vedas do not condemn. The God of the Vedas do not condemn. They do not force you. Like water, in its natural state after its modification, from its various modifications, if you stop the boiling of the water, what will happen? There will be no steam. If you stop the freezing of ice, there will be no ice. Water will remain in its constant form. And all other religions out of Sanatan Dharma, if you do not inculcate those religions in your children from birth, within 20 years, this entire universe will be, or the planet Earth will be Sanatan Dharma. Because in Sanatan Dharma, we do not put a gun on the head of our children and teach them Sanatan Dharma. And Sanatan Dharma has survived this 5,000 years through various evil means that captured India. There were professors that went especially into India. India was so strong that they went and learned Sanskrit so that they could attack Sanatan Dharma with its own language. They failed miserably. They came out and they distorted Sanatan Dharma. They acquainted Sanatan Dharma as a secular religion, as a sectarian religion, stating that Sanatan Dharma has many gods. Nowhere in the Vedas is it stated that there is more than one God. So these Westerners and the Muslim Mughals that invaded India timelessly tried their level best to destroy Sanatan Dharma. Sanatan Dharma cannot be destroyed by any human, for it was not created by any prophet that had a sudden realization. Sanatan Dharma was created by the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and it's going to continue to exist up until creation is annihilated. again, all of these other religions that are modifications of Sanatan Dharma, they are only sustained within that modification because they are enforcing that religion upon their children from birth. And I'm saying, if for the next 20 years, those that belong in this modified religion, if they do not instill this religion into their children from birth, that religion will collapse. And conversely, in Sanatan Dharma itself, the children have choice. There is no instilling of Vedic knowledge in the children of Sanatan Dharma. However, Sanatan Dharma continues to thrive. It continues to exist, and it is flourishing around the world. Are there any questions? Any questions on the field? Are there any questions in this audience? According to Sanatan Dharma, this creation is one of a continuous cycle of creation. And the life that we are living today is a continuous evolution of this soul in 8.4 million species of life. According to Islam, Christianity and Judaism, this creation came from nothing. The souls came from nothing. However, they state that there is an eternal heaven and when this creation that came from nothing will cease to exist, then there will be a day of judgment. And on that day of judgment, we will be sent eternally to hell or eternally to heaven. Is it making sense? No. Nothing can be created from nothing. Nothing can be created from nothing and become eternal. How is that possible? For something to be created from nothing and then become eternal. Only if something is eternal can it be eternal. Eternality means what? Existence without time. It always existed. So how can something exist from nothing and then become eternal? Buddhism states this existence is eternal. Buddhism states this existence is eternal. No beginning, no end. And Sanatan Dharma says, nothing can exist from nothing. This existence, the Sanatan Dharma says, Lord Narayan, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, is eternal. The individual souls are eternal, and matter is eternal. When they are projected to fulfill the karma of all living entities, then these universes are created. And you take your position as per your past examination that you wrote as a human being. So if in your past human life you wrote an exam and you passed with the symbol rat, then in this creation you will be born a rat. Depending on what your past was in your previous life as a human being, that is what you will be born in this creation, in this lifetime. And each soul will take up its position that it passed in its previous lifetime. And the passing, the symbols are 8.4 million species of life. So if you see a pig, you must know that that soul living within the pig wrote an exam and got the symbol it must pass into a pig in the next lifetime. If you become a president in this country in this lifetime, you must know in the previous lifetime you passed an examination which entitles you to be a president of a country in this lifetime, notwithstanding the fact that you only did standard 4. Sanatan Dharma is absolute and perfect. Absolute and perfect. The only reasonable and logical explanation for the current existence of mankind on this planet Earth and all of the planetary functions and the various 8.4 species of life is Sanatan Dharma. No religion can comprehensively give you a reason why and what is your status in this current situation, in this lifetime. Because if you take these 3 Semitic religions, it means that God is a very, very biased God. He loved the Guru and he hated you. So you have to sit here as a disciple and the Guru can sit on his seat. What would give God to make that choice? Again, let us use common sense. Okay? You do not have to use any intelligence, just common sense. all of us seated in this room here, if this is the only creation, and after this creation, and if this is your only lifetime, wouldn't we have a very, very cruel God? Wouldn't we have a very cruel God? Because we are all different. Why would God make one of us suffer, and why would God make the other person happy? What criteria did God use to give us this happiness or this suffering? If, as per these Semitic religions, there is only one lifetime and this lifetime, and then you go and get buried somewhere or cremated, and then there will be a day of judgment. If God didn't give you a fair opportunity to achieve it, then can God be unfair? Why He made blind people? Why are people crippled? Why are people rich? And why are people poor? Why are people stupid? And why are people intelligent? Who will go to heaven and who will go to hell? These answers cannot be found in these other religions. Sanatan Dharma tells you that God gave you a minute independence. If you want to serve Him, the choice is yours. And if you want to serve yourself, the choice is yours. If you want to serve Him, you will live in your blissful state with Him in the spiritual planets called Vaikuntha. Or if you want to serve yourself, He'll project through His eternal energy, matter, a universe for you wherein you can go and serve yourself. And while serving yourself, you can commit a crime if you want, choice is yours, or you can rectify your mistake and take your flight back to Vaikuntha. Choice is yours. If you don't want to come back to Vaikuntha, you want to go to the lower regions, choice is yours. What a beautiful description of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Lord Narayan. For all of mankind. He got no anger. He got no hatred. He's not an angry God. He doesn't call people infidels or infidels. He does not tell people to fight. He does not inspire violence. He does not inspire terrorism. He simply asks you to surrender to me, whoever you are, from wherever you are. Leave all religiosity and come to my feet. Offer me whatever is available to you, even a leaf. Sanatan Dharma is the only religion or system that promotes compassion, tolerance, peace, love, forgiveness. And Sanatan Dharma is the only system that's going to be here today. It was here yesterday, and it's going to be here tomorrow. It is the only scientific explanation of both It has all the answers and everything a human needs to survive in this material universe. Everything is Lord Narayan, and Lord Narayan is everything. So, India is the soul of spirituality. However, it now thinks it's the body. And from outside India, we are broadcasting this message that India needs to go back and become the shining light for this planet Earth and start practicing Sanatan Dharma as it is. In this darkness that is currently blocking the Atmic force of India, many types of gurus are using this opportunity and making themselves a hell of a lot of money. Gurus have become businessmen. They have helicopters, private planes. They charge for snippets of information that I have given. They have their own TV shows, and gurus have gone very, very rich. In Sanatan Dharma, you should not be paying a guru for anything. In Sanatan Dharma, the guru is a representative of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. The only payment you pay a guru is Guru Dakshina for receiving this information. You don't pay the guru thousands and thousands and thousands. So your boyfriend can come back home, you can get married, you can get a beautiful girlfriend. All these things are not the job of gurus. And if a guru is not a Vaishnavite, if he does not believe that Lord Narayan is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and he is not a Vaishnavite, then he is only using the title of a guru to fool the world. Because a guru is only ordained through the guru system. And the guru system is a system devised by the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Lord Sri Narayan. Anyone who calls themselves whatever type of guru, Jagat Guru, Sat Guru, this Guru, Yoga Guru, if you are not a Vaishnavite, you are simply fooling yourself and your followers. And the Vedas state very, very clearly that if you cannot get information from a proper bona fide spiritual master, then don't get that information at all. Because getting information from a professional reciter who picks up one or two parts of the Vedas and he sings it in Sanskrit for you, without him knowing the imports and the conclusion of the verses that he read to you, is like sipping milk from a saucer, and that milk that has been tasted by a venomous snake. What happens to you if you sip milk after it has been tasted by a venomous snake? You will become poisoned. And if you take Vedic information from these so-called gurus who are not Vaishnavites, then your mind becomes muddled and you live a life of nightmare. If you take information from a bona fide spiritual master, then this information goes into your system like pouring oil from one container to a next container. So be very careful and do not be hoodwinked. There are many that say Hinduism is a very free religion. You can be an atheist and still be a Hindu. How the hell is that possible? They say you can pray to any God, it doesn't matter. Oh, you can pray to no God, it doesn't matter. Do as you want. And these idiots are spreading confusion around the world. There is only one system, Sanatan Dharma. There is only one set of books, the Vedas. And there is only one set of instructions that has been summarized, that's called the Bhagavad Gita. And if you follow the 700 instructions of the Bhagavad Gita in Kali Yuga, then you can call yourself a Hindu. That is your qualification of being a Hindu. So it is us who profess to be Hindus who are too lazy to glean the truths about Hinduism, but we are not lazy for other things. We will make sure we send our children to university for them to have a proper academic education. We will beg, borrow, or steal to educate our children in this material education. But when the same children will start asking you questions, why did we leave our food for Pitta Park in the backyard and carry a knife and run for our life and didn't turn back? Then you say, don't ask me, your grandfather did it, your father's father did it, and that's why I am doing it. And then you confuse that educated child and he wants to leave this confused religion. Yet, this religion is the bona fide system created by God. No other scriptures does God boldly declare, I am the Creator. Are those not in the modified religions, but in the original religions, because they are too lazy to follow the truth. Blame it on your granny and grandfather. Blame it on your granny and grandfather. But if I tell you go live in a jondol like your granny and grandfather did, you don't want to do that. Why you don't want to stay in a tin house like your granny and grandfather did? With 2 cows, some nice vegetables. Oh, then you don't want to follow your granny and grandfather. If we say don't wear those mini skirts, your granny never wear mini skirts. You get upset with the Guru, isn't? But only God, only when it comes to God, then you say we have to follow the tradition of our granny or grandfather. So even here with all this information, you still have your minute independence. You can go out and say the Guru is right, or you can go out and say my tradition is right. God won't get upset with you. Guru won't get upset with you. You'll just fail another exam, or should I say pass. Nobody fails exams in Sanatan Dharma. The next lifetime, when Yamraj see your results, then he'll say, pink pig or black pig. Even pink or black pig, you wrote. You wrote. So you can go out and say whatever you want to say. Lord Narayan won't get angry. Guru won't get angry. There's a spreadsheet that's working continuously. And there is a devta that's sitting here called Chitragupta. And he's busy filling in the spreadsheet. So as soon as you come out of the gate, you think the Guru is not hearing. Hey, who that Guru thinks he is, man? So many years I've been practicing this way, and he's sitting on a big chair, and he's telling us his way. Who the hell he thinks Chitragupta is right? Guru gave crystal information. This soul in this body is rejecting the information. And that is your next body. That is your next body. So whenever you look at a pig, think of the Guru. Because that might be your pass mark. Nobody fails in Sanatan Dharma. Everyone passes. You pass into a particular body. Are there any questions?